What's up, everybody? This is Coach David from Cuts Performance. And first of all, I wanted to say thank you for downloading the PDF and also thank you for tuning into this video. But without further ado, this is going to be 5 mistakes most athletes make during acceleration. So the first and most common mistake that we see here at Cuts Performance is having bad posture. So some examples of having bad posture would be if your leg is at that angle, pushing into the ground. The most common example is having a hunchback posture, which is if your leg is at this angle, your upper body would be artificially lower. That's an over-exaggeration, but we do see a lot of athletes running or starting out running with a disconnect between their lower body and their upper body. So best case scenario and what would be considered good posture here at Cuts Performance would be to have your lower body and upper body at the same angle. That's going to allow you to put maximum force into the ground and overall improve your acceleration. So the second most common mistake that we see here at Cuts Performance is having a high body angle. So what that looks like here is if this is the vertical y-axis and this is the horizontal x-axis, we want to have our body at about a 45-degree angle. But what we see commonly is that an athlete may come in starting off really high, which then forces the force that you're applying into the ground to be primarily vertical instead of primarily horizontal. What we want during acceleration in order to move our body forward as fast as possible, we want to be primarily horizontal. So the change that needs to happen is, like I mentioned before, you got to drop that body angle down from closer to 90 degrees towards being closer to 45 degrees. So just gonna write that in, 45. And that is about the optimal body angle for acceleration for most athletes. The faster and the more powerful you get with your lower body, that body angle can drop. But again, remember, make sure that you keep and maintain great posture. So the third most common mistake we see here at Cuts Performance is having a weak push. So in the best case scenario, we want to be extremely aggressive in terms of pushing the ground back so that way our bodies can move forward as far as possible per step, which is going to be great acceleration. But having that weak push not only will not move you as far forward as possible, but can also have other negative side effects like causing a high body angle. So be aggressive during your pushes and you'll improve your acceleration. So the fourth most common mistake we see here at Cuts Performance is having a lack of arm action. So what we coach here at Cuts Performance is during sprinting, you want to make sure that your elbows clear and get past your rib cage. So with every single arm swing, you want to make sure that you're at least getting past your elbows, past your ribs, if not up to your shoulder height to over-exaggerate during certain sprinting drills and during acceleration and sprinting. So having a lack of arm action can not only disrupt your equilibrium in terms of your side-to-side balance and potentially over-rotating your trunk and torso, but if you didn't already know, your lower body reacts to what your upper body does in terms of sprinting. So during a sprint, if I'm throwing my left arm high with my elbow clearing my rib cage, then my right leg is going to react by being able to push down and back harder and extend harder, which then applies more force into the ground and then helps me to sprint faster. So the fifth most common mistake we see here at Cuts Performance is athletes overstriding. So what overstriding is when your foot makes contact with the ground in front of your center of mass. So for this example, your center of mass is going to be this black dot. So if your foot was contacting here, that's going to be causing what's called braking forces. So basically what that means is as you're trying to accelerate, it's going to be a +1, -1 situation pretty much every step, or +2, -1 every step. So if you can eliminate those braking forces, or AKA overstriding, then that's going to maximize the ability or your body's ability to get faster and faster and faster, accelerate at a quicker rate, and also definitely reach higher speeds. So there you have it. Those were 5 mistakes that most athletes make during acceleration. Hope it's informative to you. If you liked it, leave a like and drop a comment, and have a great day.